And good afternoon. It is July 15th, a Monday of 2019. And you're watching, or listening, to Guy's Daily Drive. Hey, everybody. It is Guy's Daily Drive on this wonderful, wonderful, gorgeous Monday afternoon. The last few weeks we have gotten like just so many thunderstorms. It's just been Boomtown Central. Every time you turn around, there's another thunderstorm rolling in. But it looks real nice right now. It's hot as hell. It's 95 degrees. This is the kind of weather I normally associate with Florida. Speaking of which, I'm so far away from retiring unless something unless something drastic happens. But I keep looking at real estate in the eastern part of Florida. And even though I grew up in Fort Lauderdale, Oakland Park, I would not really want to live in that area again. Um, it's changed radically since I was a kid. It's much more busy now. There's a lot more people, a lot more traffic, a lot more crime. But I do kind of keep an eye on home prices. I'm not really sure why. I, I guess I'm just curious as to how much homes in that area are going for. Um, and it's for people who want to play along. It's the Coral Heights area of Oakland Park. Essentially, if you follow Federal Highway, you find Oakland Park, and you find Oakland Park Boulevard, and you go north from there until you get to, as you're going north, 38th Street. Well, take a left on 38th Street, which is really the only way you can go because that's where it kind of ends going east. And you go to, I believe, the next major street, and then just follow that till you get to 40th Court. And that's the area that I grew up in. It was right there on 40th Court. We were 2 miles, 3 miles from the ocean. Pretty nice. Weather was always gorgeous, almost always gorgeous. Occasional hurricane when I was a young boy. Though, as I've said here before, there wasn't another hurricane that hit the South Florida area after 1967 until Andrew in 92, and I had left 10 years before then. But the other place that I keep looking at is where my brother lives, my brother Bill, which is the Daytona area. Both of his sons live in that area. And I've gone down there a couple times because my nephew Bill, that's my brother's oldest son, has surfboards. And even though I completely suck at surfing, oh my God, if there was an opposite of expert surfers, that would be my ballpark. Not as good as the complete opposite of an expert surfer. But he does have, because he's even, my nephew's even taller than I am. So he has surfboards that fit me and fit him. So every time that I've gone down there, and I haven't gone down in like 2 years, he manages to get away for the day and take his boards to the beach. You can still drive on the beach there. And we'll spend the better part of a day. He'll be surfing and I'll be flouncing around in the water, which is about all that I'm able to do. But I still have such a good time. And depending on where you look, the home prices in that area, they're not too bad. I mean, essentially, I would be looking for something like a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home, detached. I don't want a condo. I don't want an apartment. I don't mind having a yard. High-speed internet would be mandatory. I would have to have high-speed internet for all the stuff that I do online. And I would probably turn at least one of the bedrooms. Well, one of the bedrooms. I wouldn't need, not at least. I wouldn't need more than one. Would turn one of them into like a studio, man cave kind of thing. And that would probably be where I would live until I died. Oh, man. Every time the winters up here are getting, and it's not that they're getting worse, they're really not. There's nothing different about the winters here, now than when I first moved here. I'm just so tired of cold weather. And, that was it's weird because that's what my mother went through when her first husband died. She grew up in Chicago and had lived for many years in the Indianapolis area. And both of those places have really brutal winters as compared, to most places in the United States. So when she had her choice, she decided that she was never going to be cold again and bought a house in Fort Lauderdale. And, that the various decisions that were made after that is the reason why I am here today. So, but, a lot of people talk serious smack about Florida, and certainly Florida has its fair share and then some of very odd people. And a lot of that is probably due just to the whole tropical nature of the area. It seems that the heat and the wind and the waves just sometimes make people do stupid things. But I would still go back. Now the question is, would Tracy go to Florida? And I am kind of forced, if I'm honest with myself, I am forced to say, no, she probably would not. She has no great love of Florida. She hasn't even gone down there the last couple times that I was doing some of my beach trips. Now, we did go down there earlier this year on kind of an impromptu vacation where we hit North Carolina, South Carolina, St. Augustine, and then Orlando, and went to that Orlando Apollos game for the ill-fated Alliance of American Football League. And it was fun, but, we never went to the beach. We didn't go to any theme parks. We kind of wandered around St. Augustine, which we both kind of like St. Augustine. It's kind of a fun place to be. But no beach time, and Orlando, I think the most touristy thing we did in Orlando, we went putt-putt golfing. That was that was about it. But the attraction for me in regards to Florida. I'm sure it has more to do with the fact that that's where I grew up than anything else, just as that's a big reason why, Tracy doesn't really have that much interest in it. She's never been a real beach person, and she never grew up there, so she has no ties to that area. But that's where I would want to live if I retired. Is go back to Florida. I would certainly entertain going other places too, but I would always wonder, would it have been better in Florida? If you'd like to get a hold of me, you can easily do so by sending me an email to guy@mymac.com. I have 2 Twitter accounts, MacParrot and VertShark. I have a website called VertShark, VertShark.com, where you can find all of the stuff that I do outside of the MyMac Podcast, which you can obviously find at mymac.com. And I do that podcast as well with Gazmaz nearly every single week. There wasn't one this week because he wasn't available, and quite frankly, it didn't really have a jack all to talk about. So we will do one next weekend, and actually it'll have to be next weekend because there's something wonderful coming up, and we are less than 2 weeks away now, and that's the MacStock Conference and Expo, which is going to be on July 27th and 28th. Next Wednesday is my train ride to the Chicago area, overnight train ride to the Chicago area, so I'm looking forward to that. And you can find out all kinds of information about the MacStock Conference and Expo by going to macstock2019.com. Also, you can go to MacStock Conference and Expo.com. Total cost for the conference is $249, but you can get $70 off of that by using the coupon code MyMacGuy, MyMacGuy, and you're running out of time. So if you have any desire at all to go to this conference, you really need to check it out. And you can, like I said, you can find more information about that at macstock2019.com. So that, I think, is going to about do it. Oh, almost forgot. If you'd like to help support some of the things I do, like the Mac to the Future Go livecast that I do on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over on the Facebooks. You can go to patreon.com/MacParrot or coffee, ko-fi.com/MacParrot and make a donation. Make a monthly donation, make a one-time donation. Any and all of that would be greatly appreciated. It'll help pay the bills for the things that I do. And I'll keep doing this anyway. I need to figure out something I can do to help incentivize. No, I didn't say that right. To try to get people to donate, give some extra content or something along those lines. And I don't know, I'll either come up with something or actually you guys, if you're enjoying this, tell me what it is that you want to hear. Do you want more stuff on technology? Do you want more just guy rambling on about some of the different things that I've experienced in my life, more stories? Any and all of that is certainly available. And other than watching this on YouTube, you can also just listen to it. You can go to the iTunes store, look up Guy's Daily Drive, and not only will you get the audio feed for Guy's Daily Drive, you'll also get the audio feed for the Mac to the Future livecast that, like I said earlier, I do on Wednesday nights. So I think that is going to about do it for today. Thank you all so very, very much for downloading and listening or watching Guy's Daily Drive. And I will see you next time. Bye.